Wisconsin State Fair. How you doing tonight? This next song, I wrote it for the underdog because I know we have all had times when maybe no one believed in us, or maybe somebody told you that you weren't good enough or smart enough or strong enough or pretty enough or anything enough to do something. But I just want to remind you that you should never let anyone else tell you what you can and cannot do and who you are and who you aren't, because you are the only one who gets to write your story, and that is because you're the only one in your arena.
The strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, who at best knows the triumph of high achievement, and who at worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly.
Thank you so much, you guys. My gosh, I love playing the state fair because anytime we've gotten to play a state fair, I discover some weird new food that should not exist. And today's discovery is dill pickled donuts. Did anyone try the dill pickled donut? I didn't have the courage to do it. Young lady in the pink, how was it? It was terrible. Okay. Anyone wanna go against her on that? Say it was delicious? Well, my lady, I'm with you. I took a sniff of the box and I said, not before I go on stage. That will be bad. We will all regret this decision. So anyways, I'm with you, girl. Drew and I have prepared a little something special for you. Drew, you want to hit it? Go, Pack, go! One more time! Go, Pack, go! One more time! Go, Pack, go! Oh! I will say, we have the biggest Pack fan that you'll ever meet up here on the drums. I've known Drew now for over a decade, and the first thing I learned about him was that he was a Packers fan for life. Anyway, so we're excited. Also, one last thing before I promise there's more show, and then I'll stop talking, but I'm just so excited about my experiences here today at the fair. For all the cheeseheads out there, I got to try some squeaky cheese. And it was great. Now that is something I can write home about. That was great. All right, so growing up, I started playing the violin when I was 6 years old, and what actually made me originally fall in love with the violin was classical music, believe it or not. And I played classical music from the time I was 6 up until I was 20, pretty much exclusively. That's all I played. And I will say to all my aspiring violinists out there in the crowd that classical music is the most important foundation that you can have for your training as a violinist. Those are all the moms that are like, yes, I knew these were good tickets to buy. Listen to her. It's true though, I've got to side with Team Mom on this one. But since I started writing my own music and doing shows, I started playing classical music less and less and less. And I wanted to go back to my roots. So, I'm not actually Irish, I'm Scottish, but my roots. And so for the first time ever for a tour, I learned a classical piece. And this is the most terrifying and exposing part of the entire show. So bear with me. I have so much respect for classical musicians, and today I'm going to pay homage to one of the great rock stars of his time, Bach. And I'm going to play Toccata in Fugue. for Sarah from Walk Off the Earth! Don't need a hero to save me. I'm not a girl to set free. It's nothing you did to me. Yeah, I've always been this way. I might be strong, I might be weak. There might be a part of me that I won't let you keep. And on this road, I've come this far. I don't need a man to hold my hand. I just want one to hold my heart. Don't be afraid to hold them. Even the thorns have roses. I know I can stand alone, but I can't live on my own. I might be strong, I might be weak. There might be a part of me that I won't let you keep. And on this road, I've come this far. Don't need a man to hold my hand. I just wanna hold my heart. Want you to 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 hold my heart. I might be strong, I might be weak. There might be a part of me that I won't let you keep. And on this road, I've come this far. I don't need a man to hold my hand. I just want one to hold my heart. I just wanna hold my heart. This sounds a little scary. many videos on social media of them playing the upside. And I got videos from all over the country. And I decided that I would invite some people up on stage at certain shows to do the song with me. And I picked someone from tonight to join me on stage. We've already plucked her from the crowd. She's already backstage set up. So, come on out, Lucy! Woo! Oh my gosh! You look like a miracle. You look amazing. Please introduce yourself to the crowd. Where are you from?
Lucy Johnson from Evansville.
Woo! There you go! You got a hometown girl tonight. Okay, Lucy, are you ready to do this? Okay, I'm gonna count you in. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
15 years ago done by Dr. Masuro Emoto, where he took hundreds of vials of water, put them in different environments, and then viewed these water molecules under a microscope. Out of all of the variables in the experiment, the thing that impressed me the most was how words affected the water. Mere words. A microscopic view revealed that when harmful words reflecting hate or betrayal were spoken to or even written on these vials, the water crystallized into these jagged, meaningless shapes. However, when words manifesting love and gratitude surrounded the water, the molecules crystallized into symmetrical, beautiful snowflakes. It's kind of crazy, but it gives the phrase inner beauty a whole new meaning. Okay, you might be thinking, sure, this is fantastic research for all the depressed water droplets out there. But how does this relate to me? Well, my friend, you are made up of over 75% water. So when you think and speak kindly to yourself, you are physically changing your molecular structure to create patterns and strength within. Time to get personal. When I discovered Dr. Emoto's water study, I was actually in a really dark place. I was severely anorexic, and because of that, I was depressed, and honestly, I hated myself, truly. But I wanted to change. After discovering this water study, I figured, why not start this change with words? So, I began to listen to my inner dialogue and was shocked at how cruel I was capable of being to myself. It took a long time, but with the help of therapy, I trained my mind to speak lovingly to myself. Within a few years, I went from being a girl who wanted to disappear to a woman who believed in herself enough to share herself with the world. I truly believe that no matter where you're at today, that you can change. And that is how each one of us has the capability of changing this world. But it all has to start within you. All it takes to begin is a kind word or a positive thought. So make a difference. Crystallize.
This year. So I planned this tour for months, thinking of all the details, all the costumes, all the songs, the choreography, all those things. And one night I was pretty exhausted. I was super sore from rehearsals, and my fingers were covered in glue from rhinestoning costumes. And so I went onto social media to relax, and I saw all over my feed were posts and pictures and videos of the biggest tours in the world that happen to be going on right now by the biggest diva superstars in the world. And they are amazing. And as I looked at their shows, I was like, wow, why do I even try? What's the point? Why would anyone come to one of my shows when they can go to one of theirs? And as I was feeling this, a friend called me. And I talked to her about this, and she said, Lindsey, do your fans like coming to your show? I said, I think so. And she said, yes, they do. And she said, Lindsey, do you still love it? And I said, yeah, of course I do. She said, that is the point. The point is that you get to bring joy to people doing something you love. Who cares how big and grand, and who said that bigger was better anyway? You know, and I know we all have goals, hopes, dreams, and yet sometimes we get so sidetracked from what we want, and maybe even what we have, by comparing ourselves to someone else. And let me tell you, the danger about the comparison game is that it's a lose-lose situation, because even if you win the comparison that you are currently working on, you are feeding into a system that says that in order to feel good about myself, I have to be better than someone else. And that's a world I don't want to live in. So, next time you find yourself feeling small in the life that you have, I want you to remember that the point of it all is to shine bright in the space you are in for the people you love. That is the point. Those are the things that change the world. And I also want to say, I am so glad that I stopped worrying and comparing myself to everybody else, because it allowed me to look at my show and my band and my dancers and my crew, and I was able to say, I am so proud of all the hard work that we did to put this together, and I'm super proud of our show. And most importantly, I know there's a million places that you could be tonight, and I just want to say thank you. I'm so grateful that you chose to spend it with us, you guys, tonight. Thank you. I love you so much. All right, speaking of my band, I want to introduce them. So please give it up for Drew Steed on the drums. On the keys and guitars, everybody! man. Please give it up one more time for Walk Off the Earth. I've become absolutely obsessed with them. Their creativity, their show, their talent, everything about them. And I feel so honored to get to tour with them because we go way back. Because I like to call ourselves kind of the grandparents of social media. We've been at this for a really long time. And so it's so special to get to tour with them. One more time for Walk Off the Earth. Okay, you guys, this next song is really special to me because I wrote it about my dad. And my dad passed away several years ago. However, I've had some really special, beautiful experiences where I have felt like he was with me. And they were usually times when I felt alone and I felt his love, or I felt like I was too weak to do something and I felt strength beyond my own. And I truly believe that we all have loved ones and guardians watching out for us. So this goes out to all of your angels and to my dad. I have not introduced you to several members of my team yet, so I need you to be extra loud for my dancers. First of all, your hometown girl from Wisconsin, Annalise Pataka. Woo! Taylor Gagliano, everyone. Morgan Kearney.
All the lessons you gave me, I hope that I can give them all one by one. Don't you go looking back, there's no looking back. And I don't mean to open every picture I saved up. I'm only trying to visit with you one by one.